If you're moving to Ottawa, chances are you've narrowed your search down to a couple of places, Kanata and Orleans. Both are absolutely fantastic communities. Both have great schools. Both have shopping, parks, restaurants, and beautiful neighborhoods. But here's what most people don't realize. They're actually completely different places to live. And choosing the wrong one could mean spending years wishing you had picked the other side of the city. So today I'm going to compare Kanata and Orleans in every category that actually matters, from commuting and lifestyle to home prices, recreation, schools, and even which one tends to hold their value better. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which one fits your lifestyle. If we've never met before, my name is Dwayne Desveaux with eXp Realty Brokerage here in Ottawa. After serving 25 years in the Canadian Armed Forces, I now help people buy, sell, and relocate throughout Ottawa every single day. So whether you're moving across town, relocating for work, or getting posted to Ottawa, you've come to the right place. If that's you, don't forget to subscribe, because every week I release new videos designed to make moving to Ottawa a whole lot easier. Now let's jump into it. Let's start with one of the biggest deciding factors for families. Where are these communities actually located within Ottawa? Kanata sits on the west side, Orleans on the east side. And if you're commuting downtown, both are fairly similar in distance, but traffic behaves completely differently for both. From Kanata, Highway 417 is your lifeline. During rush hour, it can become busy, especially around Bayshore and Carling. Orleans also relies heavily on Highway 174 before joining the 417. And if you've spoken to anyone who lives in Orleans, they'll probably tell you that the 174 has a personality of its own. Some mornings it's smooth, other mornings not so much. The good news is that public transit has improved significantly on both sides of the city for the most part. The West LRT expansion is progressing, while Orleans already benefits from expanded O train service heading further east. If you work downtown, either location is realistic. If you work in Kanata's technology sector, Kanata wins by a mile. Likewise, if your work is concentrated on Ottawa's East End, Orleans obviously has a great advantage. So for commuting, I'm calling this one a draw. It really depends on where you work. Now, let's talk about lifestyle. This is where these communities start to really separate themselves. Kanata feels modern, technology-driven, master-planned. There's a reason it's known as Ottawa's Silicon Valley. Companies like Ciena, Nokia, Cisco, and many others have made Kanata one of Canada's largest technology hubs. And that creates a younger professional feel throughout much of the community. Orleans has a completely different personality. It feels more established. It's definitely family oriented, super community focused, and many neighborhoods have matured beautifully with large trees, parks, walking paths that simply weren't around when some of Kanata's newer communities were built. If you enjoy festivals, French culture, tons of community events, and being close to the Ottawa River, Orleans has a charm that's honestly hard to duplicate. Neither is better, they're just different. Now, the reason you're here, let's talk about homes. Kanata has seen tremendous growth over the last 15 years. Communities like Richardson Ridge, Arcadia, and Kanata Lakes offer beautiful modern homes with contemporary layouts. And if you love newer construction, Kanata gives you plenty of options. Orleans offers more variety. So you'll find newer subdivisions, but you'll also find neighborhoods with larger lots, taller trees, and homes that often have way more character. For many buyers, that's a huge selling feature. Price-wise, though, there usually isn't a dramatic difference. Certain pockets of Kanata demand premium prices because of proximity to tech employers in Kanata Lakes. Meanwhile, premium areas in Orleans near the river or the golf courses can be equally as desirable. The key isn't choosing Kanata or Orleans, it's choosing the right neighborhood within them. Now, as far as schools go, parents ask me this question almost every week. Which has the better schools? Honestly, Both. Ottawa has excellent public, Catholic, and French immersion options across both communities. You'll find highly regarded elementary and secondary schools throughout Kanata and Orleans. Rather than worrying about which suburb has better schools, I encourage you to focus on the individual school catchment for the home that you are considering. That's where the real difference comes from. Kanata is anchored by Tanger Outlets, the Canadian Tire Centre, Costco, Kanata Centrum. You can accomplish almost every errand without leaving the community for the most part. Orleans counters with Place d'Orleans, multiple shopping plazas. Costco is also nearby. And almost every retailer you would expect to find in that sort of community is present. So honestly, shopping isn't a deciding factor anymore. Both communities are incredibly convenient. With regards to recreation, this category is surprisingly close as well. Kanata offers incredible recreation through parks, trails, golf courses, recreation complexes, and of course the NHL hockey at the Canadian Tire Centre. Orleans shines because of Petrie Island, so if you love fishing and you've never been, it's one of Ottawa's hidden gems. It has beaches, it has walking trails, cycling, kayaking, picnic areas. It's difficult to believe that you're still inside the city limits when you're hanging out in a specific area. And for outdoor lovers, Orleans gets a slight edge if you ask me. Food lovers, you're going to be happy either way. Kanata has exploded over the last decade with excellent restaurants ranging from upscale to casual facilities. Orleans also has an outstanding local food scene with family-owned restaurants, cafes, and some fantastic hidden gems. So truthfully, this one's another draw. You won't go hungry. And for a military perspective, here's something I don't hear many realtors talking about. For military families, both communities work very well. If you're commuting to NDHQ, either is manageable for the NDHQ downtown, but if you're posted to Carling campus, Kanata obviously becomes much more attractive. I mean, if your spouse works in the East End, Orleans may make more sense. This is exactly why I spend so much time learning about each family's lifestyle before recommending any particular neighborhood in Ottawa. There really is no universal answer. So who should choose Kanata? I'd recommend Kanata if you obviously work in the tech sector, you love newer communities, you want quick access to the West End and all of its facilities, you attend Sens games, you enjoy modern developments in newer shopping areas. And who should choose Orleans, you ask? Well, choose Orleans if you obviously enjoy mature neighborhoods, you love outdoor recreation, you want access to Petrie Island and all of the gloriousness that brings you, and you appreciate a stronger community that has atmosphere, or you just simply prefer Ottawa's East End. So which one would I choose personally? Honestly, I wouldn't choose neither one. Not until I know you, because the right answer depends entirely on your commute. It depends entirely on your budget, specifically your family, your hobbies, and what home looks like to you. I've had clients absolutely love Kanata, while others couldn't imagine living anywhere except Orleans. That's why I never start with the houses when we begin these conversations. I always start with lifestyle, because choosing the right community usually matters far more than choosing the right kitchen. If you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Ottawa, I would absolutely love to help. My contact information is in the description below. And if you're still deciding where to live, check out the comparison videos appearing on your screen right now. They'll help you narrow down the perfect neighborhood. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.